Why, hello friends and family. Welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious creamy salmon with spinach. This recipe is so flavorful and it's also cooked up very quick. I believe that a lot of people eat out because they just think what they get in the restaurants is more convenient and it tastes better than what they themselves can make at home. But today I'm solving both of those problems for you because not only is this recipe loaded with flavor, but it is also so quick to make. I made this in 30 minutes and you could do the same. So let's go ahead and get into this recipe. I am using 2 big juicy salmon steaks today. I love salmon steak because they're such an affordable cut of fish, and I am loading it down with my homemade Cajun seasoning. You've seen me use this a number of times. It's low sodium because y'all know Toneys is loaded with salt, okay? And I'm using lemon pepper. This is my favorite lemon pepper because it's just crystallized lemon. It's such a strong citrusy flavor. Of course, I'm throwing in garlic powder and I'm gonna massage in all those spices just so it sticks to the fish really well so that when we pan fry it, you don't have too many seasonings coming off in the pan. I'm gonna put the exact same seasoning on the other side because guys, no lack of flavor around here. Rub it all in and get everything going, and then we're gonna start prepping our pan for pan searing. I'm gonna be using a carbon steel skillet and I'm gonna throw in 2 tablespoons of butter. Got to be butter, guys. Okay, we ain't doing no vegetable oil. This butter gonna flavor up this dish. My pan is nice and hot and I am putting in my salmon steak so they can get a really good sear on that one side. Don't make the mistake of continuously moving your fish around the pan because if you do that, you're not gonna get that nice black crust that we're looking for. I let mine pan sear for about 5 to 7 minutes before I flipped it over. When you go to flip over your salmon, just be very careful so you don't tear your fish. Okay, just be very gentle with it, and you're gonna let it pan sear on the other side for about 5 to 7 more minutes. Now, salmon is one of those fish that really you can cook it to your desired level of doneness. If you like your salmon a little medium well, then you want to let it go less time, maybe say 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And if you like it really well done, then the 7 minutes is going to be good for you. But you do want to get this nice crust because that is what makes those spices really bloom and really flavor this dish. Guys, if this salmon looks bomb, go ahead and give me a like and go ahead and subscribe so you can get more of these quick and flavorful recipes delivered straight to you. Once this side was done, I went ahead and took it out of the pan and I placed it to the side. I'm going to start prepping for our nice creamy sauce. The first thing that I'm going to add a nice base flavor is some sliced onions. Now guys, you should dice the onions. I sliced these onions because I was being a little bit lazy that day, okay? But go ahead and dice them real small. I put in a tablespoon of fresh minced garlic and I just let this saute so it can get nice and aromatic, and I also season this. Season every layer of your food. Yes, I put some Cajun seasoning on the salmon, but this onion and this garlic doesn't have any flavor, so you need to go ahead and add a little spice. I let that toast for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I went ahead and I put in my spinach, and I put in a whole bunch of spinach because you know that ain't gonna be nothing after about 2 minutes and that stuff cooked down. It's gonna be looking like you ain't put nothing in the pan. So pile it up high, baby, pile it up high. I let it cook down. I didn't move it initially. I let it cook down for about 1 to 2 minutes just so it will wilt and shrink up. And then I gave everything a nice stir to combine all the flavors. And just like I said, I seasoned that onion and that garlic. I also went in and I seasoned my salmon a little bit too, okay, because they ain't got no flavor and this needs some flavor. And we can't have no bland food in Kamira's Kitchen because you guys know that I'm all up into the spices. Now I put in a little white wine because I'm grown, okay, and I like that little flavor there. Instead of using heavy cream, I decided to use a cup of coconut milk, but you can definitely use heavy cream. It would be great, but this coconut milk was just made it a little bit lighter, and it gave it, just kind of easy on the stomach, and I really enjoyed it. I went ahead and put in 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast to give it that cheesy flavor, but a great sub would be a half a cup of parmesan cheese. I let my sauce simmer down for 5 minutes so that all the flavors could concentrate and everything could reduce and I could have a thick sauce, and I slid in my salmon. I allowed my salmon to cook with this cream sauce for about 3 minutes just so the flavors could marry and everything could start mingling together and getting all juicy in the pan. And I made sure I also put in those fish drippings, and then this dish was done. Guys, this dish tasted amazing. It would be perfect paired with mashed potatoes or rice or even roasted vegetables or cauliflower, which is what I did because I was trying to keep it low carb. If you love this recipe, why don't you go ahead and subscribe so you can get weekly uploads of flavorful recipes. Goodbye.